Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Harrell, who's the sales and marketing person with Propex Carpet Division. Ann, how you doing?
Doing great, Kemp. How are you doing?
I'm good. I know you've just recently changed the brand name for a specialty high-end performance product that's a backing for modular tile. For several years now, you've called it Artis. I guess that's not a real popular name now, is it?
No, it's not. We named the product back in 2011 when we launched the product, Artis. And the name, a lot of people may not realize, is actually a Egyptian goddess of magic and light. And Artis is actually the most powerful feminine goddess in Egyptian mythology. And she actually is known for teaching the Egyptian women how to weave. So a lot of thought went into that name.
So you picked that name, and then some terrorist group picked it as well, and so it probably makes sense for a product not to have any association with that. So what's the new name you've come up with?
The new name is Artis, and that is spelled Artis. And Artis is Latin for artistic.
You even go further. You told me earlier that you're considering this to be somewhat of the canvas for your customers to design with, right?
Right. The new tagline is the canvas for modular masterpieces. And we're playing off that because it is a highly constructed product where designers and also manufacturers can use all the design technology and tapping machine capability to make very difficult products for modular tile.
You know, just for the benefit of our listeners, we should probably roll back 20 years per second and say, you know, back 20 years ago, all of the backing was made by independent companies. There was Synthetic Industries and Propex and CRB and several other companies. And during the last 15-year period, the major mills have backwards integrated. So there are just a few independent companies, and you're one of the two biggest, right?
Yes, that's correct.
During the same period, modular tile has taken off, as most people know, and is actually now on the commercial side bigger than the broadloom piece of the business. And for a long time, modular tile, when they tufted it into a non-woven, and this product that you make is actually a polyester woven product, right?
That's correct. And it is also post-consumer recycled polyester woven. So the post-consumer recycled part of it is at least 85% post-consumer recycled. And it is a woven like a traditional woven, but traditional wovens are actually polypropylene based. So it being a polyester-based product gives it the heat stability of the non-wovens, which is why manufacturers went to a spun bond, because they really needed that heat stability for the modular process so that the carpet tiles would not curl and dome.
Yeah, not to get into too many technical details, but what's the benefit of a woven versus a non-woven in carpet tile for backing?
For carpet tile, tufting is a big benefit. Non-wovens can be very difficult to tuff and get throughput. In other words, you may have to slow your tufting machines down, and you also can have higher off quality and lower efficiency. So with a woven, you get all those characteristics. The downside was that the woven was polypropylene, but now that we've got a polyester woven, you get the benefits of both the non-woven and the woven. And
you actually make this Artis product. You make it in several different styles. Tell us the different styles you make it in.
Yes, that's true. And Artis is the base product, and along with us needing to change the name Artis, at the same time, we were also doing a lot of development and planning on doing line extensions for the product. So it was a nice fit at the same time for us to change the name so that we could develop our line extensions. We have a product called Artis FLW, and that is kind of a common term in the carpet industry. It stands for fiber lock weave. And that is a cap that is laid on top of the backing and needle punched in. The cap is also a post-consumer recycled PET. And the reason that the industry was needing the Artis FLW is for lower weight and higher design products.
Well, so FLW is kind of a combination. It's a woven with a needle punch, and I guess one of the benefits of that is if you're using a looser stitch and gauge where the backing might show through, with a cap, you won't see the backing, right?
Correct. And then the next product that we're adding to the product line is called Artis Matte, and that is MATTE. So we're referring to a dull or low luster product. So the characteristics of polyester make it a more shiny product than a standard polypropylene or a non-woven. So we developed Artis Mat, and we're actually patenting the technology around Artis Mat to have just a flat surface without the FLW. So some products may need Artis Mat, some products may need Artis FLW.
All right. You know, while I've got you, one benefit of being in the backing business is that you generally can tell how the carpet business is doing, because you can't make carpet without using backing. So what sense do you get about how business was in 14 and what's your outlook for 15?
For 2014, just reading the marketplace, Q1 was, of course, slow. We had a very hard winter. Q2 was stronger. Q3 was flat over 2013 from our read. And then Q4, we're seeing as being flat. For 2015, we guessed way too many times for a lot of growth. So we're being very conservative this year and looking at it maybe being up 1% to 2%. Hoping we're wrong, but we are taking a conservative. So
you're calling from 1% to 2%. Do you have enough capacity if you miss that call and it's 7 or 8% growth?
Yes.
What I'm looking for is a 7, 8% growth. I hope I'm right.
Same here. That would be great.
Okay, Em. Well, it's great to talk to you. I look forward to seeing some of your new marketing materials with the Artis name. I think it's wise to move away from ISIS. Again, been talking to Ann Harrell, who runs sales and marketing with Propex Carpet Division, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.